Today we're gonna react to Sunny V2's every Mr. Beast member who got fired and why, and we're gonna see what kind of ending they got. We're gonna rank their endings. And hopefully this goes well. We'll see what happened to all of the previous Mr. Beast members.
Matt Turner, who had one of the more controversial endings to his time working with Mr. Beast. Matt Turner was initially hired as an editor for Mr. Beast back in 2018, yet only 5 months after getting hired, Matt would upload a video to his
Oh, I remember this! I remember there was an entire controversy about this years ago. Wow. Oh, it feels like I've just been slapped in the face with nostalgia. Also, I think a ton of the people that end up working really closely with Mr. Beast are always hired as editors. So if you want to be besties with Mr. Beast, download Adobe Premiere, get practicing with your editing.
Channel titled Why I Quit Working for Mr. Beast, in which he'd explained that he was no longer on the team. Matt would then—
Oh, yeah, I really vaguely remember this. He said that he had like a really negative experience, right?
Mr. Beast, talking about how much he enjoyed the job.
This was a dream job for so long. Going to work was a blast each and every day. Mr. Beast paid for my rent every month when I lived in North Carolina.
Dude, that's a sick setup. Your rent paid for, you go and you work for a YouTuber. I imagine it's really chill and fun around there, but I know that Mr. Beast is gonna be super hardcore on the videos. If you got even like a smidgen wrong, if you have a frame wrong, you're gonna have to go back and re-edit everything. I assume it's like a hard taskmaster. He's got the whips out and he's smacking you with it.
I still consider friends, never got in any fights, no one did anything wrong in this situation. If you're watching this, Mr. Beast, I love you, bro.
However, despite ending his—
Wait, no, didn't he make another video later on, like following up and like dunking on him?
By stating that he loved Mr. Beast, approximately 1 year and 2 months later, Matt Turner would take to Twitter stating the following.
Oh yeah, here it comes.
About my time editing for Mr. Beast, but I will say that it was the most mentally draining time of my life.
Yeah, here it is. I remember this.
Replaceable by Mr. Beast every day. Being in tears and having mental breakdowns day after day is difficult, and after a while it became too much. After every editing mistake I made, I was made to feel like an absolute idiot. So that's a summary of almost every day on the team. That's what it was like to work for Mr. Beast.
I remember when this happened.
There now. While Matt might have thought that his Mr. Beast call out would command a bunch of respect and sympathy, the opposite of this happened, and everyone instead began to stick up for Mr. Beast. I think people are jumping to conclusions with this Mr. Beast stuff. If this editor really was harassed like that, wouldn't he have spoken up sooner? He's one of the most famous YouTubers, so it would have been easy to start accusing him. I think the bullying is just over-exaggerated.
Obviously, we don't know what was said exactly, but I would assume that I can't imagine someone would just go around and be like, bully you, call you replaceable every day. But workplace bullying does happen a lot. So with stuff like this, I want to believe that there is some truth hidden in what may be like an embellishment.
So basically, Mr. Beast's editor is a kid who hasn't experienced the real working world, so throws a tantrum and starts slamming Mr. Beast with unsupported allegations the moment it gets tough. Kids these days. Bruh, this was 1 year ago, why are you coming at him now? Keemstar would point out the most obvious flaw with Matt's Twitter thread.
I just find it very strange that he's coming out saying all this negative stuff about Mr. Beast when a year ago, when he actually left, he uploaded a video saying it was the greatest time of his life.
Whilst other—
Heartbreaking. The person that you hate just made a decent point.
Others came forward stating that they had a great time working with Mr. Beast.
I've known Mr. Beast for over 3 years now, and I was helping him with graphics for his channel. I don't even have one experience of him being mean or disgruntled to me in any way. He was always—
I think he wouldn't be straight up mean to your face. I think he would be more like, this has to be better. Come on, we have to make this better, because he's always the kind of guy that like pushes people towards the edge. Whether that's good or bad, you can make your own assumptions on that. But he literally wants to be the best videos. He wants to be like the best on YouTube. So if you work for him, that's what you're gonna have to deal with.
very kind and very nice.
Which was once again echoed by Keemstar.
God damn it, not him again.
And he seemed like he loved working for him, and Mr. Beast seemed like a really cool, genuine guy.
Things became even worse for Matt after Mr. Beast had a phone call with Keemstar.
And what Mr. Beast told me is basically like when they fired him or whatever, they gave him $10,000 and they got him a job at SOAR.
And shortly thereafter, Matt deleted the tweets and was even brave enough to claim that his Twitter had been hacked. Despite basically being laughed off the internet, Matt Turner continues to upload van life videos, one of which including a pretty weak apology to Mr. Beast.
If anyone was offended by me saying that wasn't the best experience, well then I do apologize.
With a whole—
Okay, he said, if you were offended, I apologize, which is not really the same as apologizing, so
being summarized
it's not
by
really
YouTuber
the same thing.
Luke.
What did you gain from it, really? A little bit of clout from the beginning. You destroyed any chance of you having an actual YouTube career, and all of those views went away immediately. And now you're just forever tainted with the fact that you're just the guy that lied about Mr. Beast.
However, Matt Turner wasn't the only person to try and expose Mr. Beast.
Well, it looks like Matt Turner got the sad ending. I would say this is is this the bad ending? No, he got the bad ending. Yeah, Matt Turner got the bad ending in that scenario, definitely.
Before having it backfire terribly. Back in 2018, Fly Does YT uploaded a video titled My Experience Editing for Mr. Beast, Worst Week of My Life, in which he'd foolishly
edited for
accused
1
Mr. Beast
week
of faking the content before going on to make the bizarre point that Mr. Beast didn't even appear in the videos.
Okay, what? That is the weirdest. What? That's so strange. If there's anything you can say, I don't think that Mr. Beast has ever faked anything. I think he goes to the ends of the earth to not fake anything. And this is coming from someone that I used to enjoy his content quite a lot, and now I'm more so like, okay, maybe this isn't really for me anymore. It's not really my type of thing. Like sometimes I'll watch a video and be like, I'm not enjoying this right now. I don't think he fakes anything. I don't think he's ever faked anything. I think the crazy stuff that he does is all very real. I've listened to a podcast that he's been on. He speaks very passionately about just doing crazy things because he just enjoys doing crazy things because he loves YouTube so much. He wants to make the weirdest videos, and that people make assumptions that he fakes stuff. I have never seen any evidence of that whatsoever.
Make a YouTube video for your channel. You should, we'll go film your video without you. That's cool, yeah.
The claims were so outrageous that Mr. Beast himself took to Twitter before stating, "If you think I'm faking my videos, then ask the streamer to whom I gave hundreds of thousands of dollars when they get them. Go and ask somebody who got part of the $500,000 that I gave away this year when they got it. You will not find a person who said I did not give them any money."
Yeah, I have literally never seen anyone ever say that Mr. Beast, with any genuine credence or evidence, that he fakes anything. You'd think after all of the videos, after the insane amount of fame, after the amount of money that he's given away, after everything that he's done, if he was faking anything, someone would have slipped something out by now, surely.
These tweets were followed by
I've never seen it.
Drama alert, where he'd explain the situation from his perspective.
Bro, why is there so many Keemstar clips in
I paid
this?
for his plane ticket, his Uber, his hotel for a week, his Uber, and his plane ticket, which he made a 25-minute quote-unquote exposing video on me, but doesn't mention that I spent thousands of dollars getting him here, paid him $750 for like 5 days worth of work, which is really good pay. He has all these issues, quote-unquote, but he doesn't say any of them to me while he's here. He doesn't talk to me while he's here.
That's the worst kind of person, is that they will let the issues build up and build up and build up, but they will never say anything to your face. I really hate that. I have so much respect for people when they have an issue, they come to you and they say, hey, you hurt my feelings by doing this, you upset me by doing this, or you did this wrong, and you can talk it out like proper adults. I had a situation like that recently where someone messaged me and they're like, you did this and it upset me and here's why, and I just want to let you know. And I was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, it never meant to come off like that. I explained my view, and then we come to the conclusion that we were both friends and we had a mature conversation about that. People that don't do that, there's no communication. There's no line of communication. There's no way that you can resolve issues. You just sit there and you be angry, and then you go away and you talk about people behind their backs, and then give other people a bad view of this person from just the anger that you built up within yourself. And it's just not healthy.
It all up so he can make this 25-minute video and blow everything out of proportion when he gets home.
Before going on to absolutely destroy the claims that his videos were fake.
My videos aren't fake. Like, I counted to 100,000. I watched Dance to Your Dead for, whatever. I give streamers $30,000. It's just slander from his part.
Whilst providing an explanation for why he wasn't able to fully appear in one of the videos.
I have Crohn's disease. Most of you don't know what it is. It was really acting up. So I said, hey, you guys go film the rest of the video. I want to go nap.
I wonder if this is the first time that he's ever talked about that. That must suck so much to have that kind of debilitating disease, and then you have to reveal it to the entire world because someone is making false claims about you. That's so messed up.
He's making an exposed video like, oh, Mr. Beast doesn't film his own videos. Like, what are you going on about, man? You're trying to pin the fact that I have an illness on me, and like, I'm not public about this type of stuff.
Which once again prompted a former employee to come out stating, as someone who is friends with both Mr. Beast and Fly,
that's the same guy as before.
Opinion that Fly is in the wrong. Unlike
14
Matt
likes.
Turner, Fly has since had a relatively successful career, having built a channel with over 300,000 subscribers, yet he hasn't been nearly as successful as Jake.
All right, he definitely got the bad ending as well. I mean, he went on, I mean, to be fair, he did go on to have like a kind of successful YouTube channel, so it's not the worst ending, but I still feel like he got bad ending. Because it could have been so much more. If he'd stayed, or if he just had a normal, nice relationship with them, that could have been so much more. So I'll say that that was a bad ending as well. Jake, I remember this guy. He used to be in the old videos.
With Mr. Beast is always the most beneficial path. Jake appeared on the Mr. Beast channel for the first time back in June 2018, as Jimmy required a strong character to include within the videos.
Can you dip this in the water tank for me? It's really heavy, but you're like a big boy.
At this point in time, the content was often quite physical, and therefore having Jake as a member of the team worked out perfectly. However, by early 2020, the content became less focused on physical challenges, and as a result, Jake began to appear in fewer and fewer videos. He'd be seen one last time in $60,000 Extreme Hide and Seek Challenge, which was followed by a comment to Jake's TikTok 2 months later asking, "Are you still working with Mr. Beast?" To which he'd respond, "Lol, nah, they fired me." 9 days.
Oh, they fired him? Oh, I thought they left on like equal terms. I thought Jake left because he wanted to do his own thing. I didn't know he. Oh, that's so sad. He was so cool.
Clarified this comment by uploading a now incredibly viral video titled "Why I Left Mr. Beast," in which he'd explained why he had been let go.
And he said, "Why I left Mr. Beast, but you got fired." I'm sorry, buddy. You didn't. It wasn't voluntarily.
My piece no longer fit the puzzle. If that's the best way to put it.
Before discussing how he wanted to leave anyway, so he could pursue content creation under his own name.
It was a mutual.
Okay, that makes
I'd already
sense.
told him multiple times, what I wanted to do was kind of be my own boss, do my own thing. Me and Jimmy did not have any type of falling out, so everything's cool. Mr. Beast still love you, bro.
Basically, he got tired of being an employee. He wanted to start his own brand, be his own boss, do his own thing, which is respectable.
I think it's a combination of the two. I think that Jimmy was looking maybe to cut someone, and Jake was like, I'm kind of on the edge. I want to do my own thing. And Jimmy was like, okay, if I'm gonna, cut someone out, if we have to cut someone, then it may as well be Jake because he wants to go his own way anyway, right?
Just that guy on every Mr. Beast video.
That's fair.
Good luck to you, Viking. Jake's
he seems like a cool chap as well.
With his unique, recognizable image, has helped him to maintain success even after leaving the team, having gained over 1 million subscribers on YouTube and over 2.5 million followers on TikTok. However, Jake the Viking wasn't the only person who eventually.
Okay, it looks like Jake unlocked the good ending. Congratulations. I don't know, true good ending would be like you become a superstar or something like that. We might up him to true good ending at the end as well. Maybe we'll see how it goes.
On the Mr. Beast team. For example, whatever happened to Ty, who was picked up on the side of the road for his first appearance in the world's largest bowl of cereal video.
You wanna come sit in a pool of cereal for 10K?
And with comments such as, Ty is such a cool guy, he needs to be in more challenges, he was able to return to the channel.
And then this is Ty from the cereal videos. You guys really liked him, so we brought him back.
Appearing in a total of 7 different videos before he'd also disappear. Considering Ty was picked up at
I don't remember Ty. I'm trying to remember.
Official member of the Mr.
I mean, I guess I haven't watched all of Mr. Beast videos. Like I watch them every now and then. But I don't. There's a lot of them that I don't remember most of the people that are in this video.
Yet according to the wiki, Ty still works for Mr. Beast, but works mostly behind the scenes. Ty has since become a father and still maintains an Instagram following of over 28,000 and a TikTok following of over 80,000, on which he uploads music, comedy, and dancing videos.
Wait, so he didn't get. Hold on. Wait, what? Every Mr. Beast member who got fired and why? Dude, he didn't even. He's still working for. He's still working for him. What? Okay, I mean, I guess he gets the good end. I guess that's neutral. Is that even good? I mean, he's still working for him. I guess that is good. I'll bump up Jake to true good ending. I'll leave Ty on good ending. What? That's okay, sure.
Another Mr. Beast member who disappeared from the videos without any explanation, and his disappearance is probably the most mysterious of them all. Tyler became the second Mr. Beast crew member after featuring on the channel for the first time in February 2016, when Mr. Beast had only 18,000 subscribers. From here, Tyler was featured in videos such as We Are Better Than Dude Perfect, which was followed by Tyler helping out Jimmy's brother, yet Tyler's final obvious appearance on the Mr. Beast channel was in I Opened a Restaurant That Pays You to Eat At It, where Jimmy—
Oh, that's pretty recently though. So I assume that they still are in contact with each other, right?
Him.
Get out of here! He suggested we charge money for the food. No!
Okay, well let's imagine you get fired for saying, hey, maybe we should charge for these burgers, and Jimmy's like, get the fuck out, and straight up fires him.
Get out of here! Go! I don't ever want to hear you guys talk about charging again.
Well, this was obviously just a video.
He straight up fired him.
His final official appearance on the Mr. Beast channel. Honest question, after you suggested making people pay for the food in the restaurant video and Jimmy kicked you out, you were never in another video again. Did he fire you from being in more videos?
The game 1132 understands sarcasm and a joke challenge, impossible level difficulty.
Tyler did make a small cameo in Last to Leave the Circle Wins $500,000, as well as the Squid Game video where he apparently featured featured as one of the guards, and when you combine this information with his Instagram, on which he's often still seen with the crew, it's clear that Tyler hasn't been fired, but is rather working from behind the scenes.
Bro, this title is not clicked for this. No, what's going on? I don't understand. Okay, so maybe we should put that. I mean, that's still a good ending. Like, you're still there. That's still good, right? You unlock the, I would say that's a good ending. I don't know what, maybe neutral ending would be you leave, but you don't really get anything from it, and you don't really lose much, right? I think that'd be, I still think working for Mr. Beast is still the good ending because you're still getting, like, he probably pays like dummy ones,
similar
right?
fate. He was first introduced to the channel back in May 2018 after the team cut his car in half, and from that point onwards, he was a semi-regular.
Oh, I do remember this guy. Yeah, I remember this guy.
In 2020, Garrett abandoned the channel to help out Mr. Beast's brother. However, as Mr. Bro began to upload fewer and fewer videos, Garrett also began to disappear from the internet. According to a reply on his Instagram, Garrett helps with social media stuff now, although he hasn't uploaded a TikTok or Instagram photo with the Mr. Beast crew in over 2 years, and claims to be studying at the University of Alabama, which is over 2 states away from the Mr. Beast headquarters in North Carolina.
Dude, he went to work for Mr. Bro. The Mr. Bro channel was such an interesting thing. He literally changed the name of the Mr. Beast channel. He stopped uploading on it entirely, which is crazy because he was getting millions of views per video. He's probably making so much money. But the thing is, he was just kind of yoinking what Mr. Beast did. And it was the same thing.
And every time they spin this wheel, they have to do a random challenge, and whoever...
It's just the same thing as Mr. Beast, but like not as good. It's like B-Tech Mr. Beast. And I feel bad saying that, but it kind of is. I would say that is straight up like neutral ending. There's nothing, it's just neutral. He left, he kind of faded away, and that was it. He's gone now.
Perhaps Garrett is still
neutral.
Working with the crew from a distance. However, it does seem as though their relationship simply ran its course and eventually fizzled out. But
yeah, that's neutral.
Jake Weddle. He was another one of these guys who once featured in almost every Mr. Beast episode before he'd slowly disappear from the channel. Well, only a month after being seen in the I filled my brother's house with slime and bought him a new one video, Jake Weddle would upload a piece of content to his personal channel titled Why I Left Mr. Beast, in which he'd explained that he'd resigned from the team so he could pursue stand-up comedy under his own name.
I found myself I guess losing passion for what I was doing.
But did it work? Did it work? That's the main thing.
Time now.
That will determine the ending he unlocks.
Relationship with Mr. Beast had ended peacefully.
Me and Jimmy actually left on very good terms. I met with Jimmy before I left.
In good terms? That's good.
I understood where he was coming from.
Which is supported by the fact that Weddle came back about a year later for 2 cameo appearances on the channel. However,
all right, this is leading towards good.
Member who only managed to feature in
is that it?
video.
Okay, we don't know how that went. I would say that's good. You know, that seems to be. That's just like normal good ending, right? I mean, I'd say it's normal good ending. All right, Jake, yeah, you've unlocked the normal good ending. No sad endings, thankfully. I really don't want there to be a sad ending in this, I'm gonna be honest.
Before getting fired. Sneako. Now to avoid any-
Oh no, I know this guy. Oh, okay, before I do anything else, I'm immediately putting this in bad ending.
Necessary damage to Mr. Beast's image here. We need to specify that this was back in 2018, long before Sneako had the reputation that he has
Here we
now.
go. Oh, you're about to find out. You're about to find out.
Of deeply meaningful, unbiased videos, which featured a unique editing style more advanced than almost anyone else on the platform. Anybody who was a fan of Sneako at the time can vouch for how incredible his videos were, and with this in mind, it's really no wonder that Mr. Beast gave him a shot on the team. Sneako made his first appearance in the I Built a Working Car Using Only Legos video. However, as explained by another video uploaded to Sneako's personal channel titled The Most Important Lesson I Learned Working for Mr. Beast, his employment didn't last for very long.
I started working for Mr. Beast 2 years ago. It didn't last long because I got caught up with my ego, and this was during a time when I wasn't uploading on YouTube at all.
Sneako maintained a level of respect toward Mr. Beast even after leaving the team. However, the same can't be said for Marcus Pierce.
Wait, they don't describe everything about this guy? Oh, dude, what? So, give a brief overview. Sneako is a super red pill. He's basically like B-Tech Andrew Tate. He said that Cuties is his favorite film. He went after Moist Critical, like brought up a picture of his girlfriend and basically insinuated that she is unattractive, which is really fucked up as well. And he's done a lot of really shitty things. He's kind of like a nasty person. So he gets the bad ending because he also got banned from YouTube for being an arsehole. So
who became the most controversial firing in Mr. Beast history.
Oh, here we go.
Was first introduced to the channel back in 2019. He quickly quickly became a fan favorite. However, after being featured in the MrBeast Christmas special that very same year, Marcus stopped appearing in any of the videos. 5 months later in May 2020, a fan would ask on Marcus's TikTok, when you coming back to MrBeast challenges, to which he'd respond to ask him, implying that maybe Marcus had been left in the dark.
Sounds like he got
about
fired.
his future involvement on the channel. Approximately 3 months later in August 2020, Marcus was officially removed from the team, although unlike most of the other MrBeast members, Marcus didn't leave peacefully.
So I got
oh shit, we're gonna burn it down. Here we go.
So I'm gonna destroy you, bruh. I'm gonna destroy you eternally for a long ass time. Just you gonna feel this. You gonna feel this tomorrow, the next day, and the next day. You ain't gonna forget about this.
Marcus would take to Instagram and post a 12-minute story in which he'd make some absolutely delusional claims, such as MrBeast started the pandemic.
He started this pandemic for a reason.
Marcus was a leader whilst MrBeast was a follower.
I was born a leader and he was born a follower. He was stealing sauce. I was borrowing sauce and paying homage, you feel me?
Before going on to state that he thought MrBeast was a broken person for firing him.
The only conclusion that I can make is that he's broken somewhere else. That's the only conclusion that I can come up with.
Well,
bro, if the only conclusion that you can come to why someone fired you is that they are broken, well, maybe we should do a little bit of self-introspection, look at ourselves, think maybe there's something that I did in this situation that may have caused this. Maybe it had something to do with the fact that even though it was afterward, you did blame him for starting the COVID pandemic, which is, I don't know, a little bit weird. And if you were saying that after you got fired, I don't know, what kind of crazy stuff were you saying while you were on the team? Maybe it's just something that they didn't want around them. Who knows?
It seemed like Marcus's goal was to discredit MrBeast. The only person he seemed to discredit was himself, given Marcus's rant was so delusional and unfounded that it just made him look like an idiot. It's been stated all around the internet that Marcus was fired because of unacceptable behavior and a drug problem, although there's no evidence anywhere to—
I do feel like MrBeast is the kind of person that if you have like a problem with any kind of stuff like that, then you're gonna get cut loose.
Who support these claims. MrBeast—
Not like in a bad way, just like he's running a really tight ship, right? He doesn't— if you're gonna be on MrBeast's team, you have to be on it. You have to be available and you have to do it and you have to do it well every time. There's no room for anything else.
Dropped massively at the start of the pandemic, and the more likely reality was that Marcus was fired to save money on wages during a tough economic time. Marcus made—
That does make sense, but also, what do you mean he started the pandemic? I can't get that out of my head. If you're saying stuff like that, there's gonna be like some other little wacky details we're putting in there as well, right?
Around 75,000, yet he's only made one post in the last 2 years, showing that his rant against MrBeast also marked the end of his online career.
All right, I think that is also a bad ending. But you know, the only way to get the true good ending extravaganza special edition is to subscribe to more patterrz. It's the only way.